Hello students, how are you? We have completed the first unit. Now we are going to join unit number 2. Its title is Wit and Humor. The first unit title is Positive Attitude or uh, Development. Now we go through the second unit. In this unit, you have three readings. A reading is Dear Departed One. B. The dear departed to C. The brave parter. Now we move to a picture. It is a face sheet. It tells about the content of the unit. Here, the two animals. Generally, the cat freaks out the mice, but here the mice is freaking out the cat. There is a wit and humor. We can see this type of comedy scenes in Tom and Jerry. The cat is called Tom and the mouse is called Jerry. What do you understand from the pictures? The understanding of the picture is that sometimes a timid people may become a strong person. A strong person may become a timid person. The God proposes some troubles to others. Can you recall anything comic associated with these animals? I have already told it is about Tom and Jerry. Next, can you imagine what may be the conversation between the rat and cat? Here, the cat is freaking out the cat. The rat is freaking out the cat. Now, the, the rat is saying that now I am powerful. You are become a weak person. If you do something, I will shoot you. This is the funny thing. Let's read a play in which the characters behave in a humorous and funny way. Here we move to the lesson. Here the title of the lesson is The Dear Departed One. It is a one act play. What is one act play? What it is one act play is a small drama with 8 to 10 characters giving a moral. Next, the title have two meanings. Here, departed means move from one place. Another meaning is that passed away, died, uh, take లాస్ట్ బ్రీత్ చివరి శ్వాస తీసుకున్నాడు చనిపోయాడు అనే అర్థంలో కూడా డిపార్టెడ్ అని ఉపయోగిస్తూ ఉంటారు. సో దిస్ లెసన్ టెల్స్ అబౌట్ ద డెత్ అండ్ ఆల్సో the movement of an important person from to other place. So it is called the dear departed. Dear means an important person or a relative leave the place or the important person passed away from this world. Two meanings. Two meanings will be known in this one act play. There are some characters. One is Mrs. Amelia Slater. Amelia is her name. Slater is surname. She married Henry Slater. That's why her name became Mrs. Amelia Slater. Second one is Mrs. Elizabeth Jordan. Both are sisters. Here, Henry Slater. Henry Slater is the husband of Amelia Slater. Ben Jordan is the husband of Elizabeth Jordan. Next, Victoria Slater. Victoria Slater is a girl of 10. She is Amelia's daughter. Abel Merriweather, this is the main character of this one act play. He is the father of Amelia and Elizabeth, and also the uncle of Henry and Slater, and the grandfather of Victoria. All these six characters were seen in the one act play. There is another character, Jimmy. Jimmy is the son of Elizabeth Jordan. We cannot see Jimmy character in this one act play, but his name will be pronounced by the characters. Now we have to know the relationship between. We can discuss some points. Who is who is Abil Merriweather? Then you have to write Abil Merriweather is the father of Amelia and Elizabeth. He is also the uncle of Henry Slater and Ben Jordan. He is the grandfather of Victoria and Jimmy. In this manner, we have to expand the idea. Next, who is Henry Slater? Henry Slater is the husband of Amelia and also he is the father of Victoria. He is the son-in-law of Abel Merriweather. We have to know the relationship between the characters. Jimmy. Jimmy is the son of Elizabeth and Ben Jordan. He is the grandson of Abel Merriweather and he is the young brother of Victoria Slater. In this manner, we have to know the relationship. Now, we can move to the lesson. Here, it is a drama and one act play. The curtain rises. Mrs. Slater is seen laying the table. She is adjusting the table. She was a vigorous person. Vigorous means very intelligent person. And she was plump. Plump means జ్యూస్ లాగా ఉండేది, బాగా బొద్దుగా లావుగా ఉండేదాన్ని ప్లంప్ అంటారు. రెడ్ ఫేస్ మీన్స్ యాంగర్ అండ్ వల్గర్ ఉమెన్ యూజింగ్ నాన్ సెన్స్ language, prepared to do any amount of straight talking to get her own way. తన మాట కోసం ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టుగా మాట్లాడే వ్యక్తి. నెక్స్ట్, షీ ఈస్ ఇన్ బ్లాక్ కలర్. షీ గోస్ టు ద విండో and opens the window and calls into the street. That means she is calling a person. Mrs. Slater, sharply means very with a higher sound. Victoria, Victoria, die here. Come in. Will you come or not? Here, the new word is die. Die means do you hear? ఇక్కడికి వస్తావా అని అర్థంలో ఉంది. డై అంటే కలర్ అనే ఒక అర్థం ఉంది. ఇంకొక అర్థంలో డై అంటే చనిపోవట. డైడ్ అని చనిపోవటంలో డివై డై అంటే రంగు వేసుకోవటం అనే అర్థంలో ఉంది. దెర్ ఈజ్ ఏ సెమికోలన్, డి పక్కన ఉంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ది షార్ట్ ఫామ్ ఆఫ్ డూ యూ హియర్, నువ్వు ఇక్కడికి వస్తావా అనే స్టేట్మెంట్కి తీసుకోవాలి. డిఈ మీన్స్ డూ యూ హియర్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద కాంట్రాస్ట్ ఫామ్ ఆఫ్ డూ యూ హియర్. Victoria is a precocious girl dressed in colors comes in. She was very intelligent girl. She was wearing a new dress. She came into the dais. Slater. I am amazed to you. I am surprising at you, Victoria. I really am. Be off now and change your dress before your Aunt Elizabeth and your Uncle Ben come. It would never do for them to find you in colors with grandfather lying dead upstairs. అప్స్టేర్లో తాత చనిపోయి ఉంటే ఇలా ఉంటే వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటారు అని ఆ విక్టోరియాతో చెప్తున్నది. కమ్ అండ్ చేంజ్ యువర్ డ్రెస్. విక్టోరియా, వై ఆర్ దే కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్? దే అండర్లైన్. దే మీన్స్ Elizabeth and Ben. They have not been here for ages. Elizabeth and Ben Jordan have not been to their house for ages, means for so many years. For ages is an idiomatic word. It is used to show some more time, a long time. They are coming to talk over poor grandpa's affairs. Here, they also refers to Ben Jordan and Elizabeth are coming to talk over poor grandpa's affairs. They are coming to talk about the property of grandpa. Your father sent them a telegram as soon as we found he was dead. Here it is the sentence of complex one. As soon as we found he was dead, your father sent them a telegram. It is a complex sentence. When we are using as soon as, both sentences were in simple past tense. A noise is heard. Then a new person is coming to the house. Here, who is that person? He is Henry Slater. Who is Henry Slater? Henry Slater is the husband of Amelia and the father of Victoria. He is a stooping person. Stooping means bending. He was bending his head. He, he is a heavy man with a drooping mustache. He is a very fat man and his mustache were drooping. Drooping means bend down. He has mustache, but the mustache is bent down because he is a hand-pecked husband. పెళ్ళానికి భయపడేటువంటి వ్యక్తి. So he his not drop, droop his mustache. He bent down the mustache and he entered the dais. He is wearing a black tail coat, grey trousers, a black tie, and a bowler hat. Here, the writer is describing the dress of Henry Slater. Here he refers to Henry Slater. He is wearing a night dress and he was with grey trousers and also tie. He had a bowler hat because he went to the street to give a telegram. I am wondering if they will come at all. Who said these words? Henry. He came to Amelia and said, I am surprised if they will come at all. They means here Ben Jordan and Elizabeth. In examination, they will ask, they refers to whom? I surprised if they will come at all. వాళ్ళు వస్తారంటే నాకు నమ్మబుద్ధి కావటం లేదు. Because when you and Elizabeth quarreled, here you refers to Amelia. When Amelia and Elizabeth quarreled, she said she would never set foot in your house again. Here, set foot means enter. Set foot means enter. It is very, very important. It is also an idiomatic expression. She will come fast enough after her share of what our fathers left. She will surely come. She refers to whom? Elizabeth. Elizabeth will come fast enough. ఎంత వేగంగా వస్తుందంటే for her share of father's property. You know how hard she can be when she likes. She is very stubborn. Where she get it from, I can't tell. She was a stubborn lady. She will come surely. That habit, how she got, I did not know, says Amelia. Next. Henry. I suppose it is in the family. Here, jovially, Henry is saying that that bad habit is in your family. Both are stubborn persons, very proud people. Then Henry asked Amelia about where are my slippers. Then Amelia answers in the kitchen. What are in the kitchen? The slippers are in the kitchen. But you want a new pair because those your slippers are nearly worn out. Worn out means damaged, not usable. Worn out means damaged and not usable, nearly breaking down. You don't seem to realize what it is costing me to bear up like I am doing. I have only short income, but you are expensing more amount on slippers. My heart's fit to break out when I see the little trifles. Trifles means small things that belong to father lying around and think he will never use them. There are some slippers of father, so you have to use them because he died. He never used those slippers again. That's why you have to wear it. She said briskly. Briskly means very speedily. Here, you had better wear those slippers of my father's now. It's lucky he had just got a new pair. My father bought a new pair. It is lucky to you. You have to you became the owner of those new slippers. Then Henry said, they shall be very small for me, my dear. Here they refers to what? They means slippers. They means slippers will be very small for me, my dear Amelia. The slippers are very small, so I cannot wear them. Wear the slippers. Then Amelia said, they will stretch. Here they refers to slipper. Slippers will stretch, won't they? Avi Sagava, I am not going to have them wasted. Whatever it may be, you have to use those slippers. Henry, I have been thinking about the bureau of my father's that in his bedroom. There is another thing you have to do. There is a writing table in the room of father. In the bedroom of father, there is a writing table. Writing bureau means writing table. Which have so many drawers. అరుగు సొరుగులు ఉన్నటువంటి టేబుల్ని బ్యూరో అని చెప్పి అంటారు. రైటింగ్ టేబుల్. ఐ ఆల్వేస్ వాంటెడ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఇట్ ఆఫ్టర్ హీ డైడ్. మా నాన్న చనిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని తీసుకోవాలనుకున్నాను. హియర్ ఇట్ రెఫర్స్ టు బీరువా. ఇట్ రెఫర్స్ టు బీరువా. You must arrange with Elizabeth when you are dividing things up. Here Henry comments that you do not take it now. You have to divide them in the property division, then you can take it. You must arrange with Elizabeth when you are dividing the property. Then Amelia was very angry. Elizabeth, that sharp, she will see I am after it. We will drive a hard bargain over it. Elizabeth was a sharp girl, intelligent girl. If she knows that I am interested to take it, she did not give permission. Then we have to make a hard bargain. Drive a hard bargain. It is a very, very important word. Drive a hard bargain. బేరము ఆడటము అని. Henry. Perhaps she got her eye on the bureau as well. ఆమె తెలుసు కదా, చూసే ఉంటుంది కదా ఎలా వదిలేస్తుంది అంటున్నా. అమేలియా. షీ హ్యాస్ నెవర్ బీన్ హియర్ సిన్స్ ఫాదర్ బాట్ ఇట్. నాన్న కొన్నప్పుడు ఆమె రాలేదు ఇక్కడికి. సో షీ డిడ్ నాట్ నో అబౌట్ దిస్ టేబుల్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ వాజ్ ఓన్లీ డౌన్ హియర్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ in his room, she would never guess it. It was not our own. When we remove that table to our room, father's room, and put it in our room, then she would never guess it. It was of father. Henry startled. Startled means surprise. Amma, Amelia, ఎంత తెలుగు దానివే. Startled means surprised. He rises from his place. Henry, why don't we bring the బీరువా down here now? ఇప్పటికే తీసుకొచ్చేద్దాం. We cannot do it before they come. వాళ్ళు వచ్చేలోపు మనం ఖచ్చితంగా తీసుకురావాల్సింది అని ఉంటుంది. హెన్రీ, I would not care to. I do not carry it. It is a weighted one. It is a big one. This is the table. There are some drawers here. There is a lock also. Valuable things are put in that bureau. It is a writing table. Or you may be used it as a dining table also. Don't look so daft. Daft means dull. Dull ka opposite active. Why not? Here, Amelia criticizes Henry. Don't look so dull. Why you are showing dullness? Then Henry tells, it does not seem delicate. It is not a small thing. It is a very weighted one. Somehow I have to bring. So I will do it. We could put that shabby old chest of drawers upstairs. Our old damaged chest of drawers to the room of father, and we have to bring down that new bureau to our room. Elizabeth could not have that and welcome. I have always wanted to get rid of it. మా రూమ్లో ఉన్నదాన్ని వదిలించుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నాను. కొత్తది మన రూమ్లో ఉండాలి. Suppose they come when we are doing it. It means when we are bringing down that bureau, then they will come. What happened? Then Amelia says, here, Mrs. Slater means Amelia. I will fasten the front door. I will close the, fasten means close. I will close the front door. You have to get off your coat. నీ కోటును తీసేసి చొక్కా తీసేసి మోయటానికి రెడీగా ఉండు హెన్రీ. వీ విల్ చేంజ్ ఇట్. వాట్ దే విల్ చేంజ్? దే విల్ చేంజ్ ద బీరువా ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫాదర్ హౌస్ అండ్ టుక్ ద ఓల్డ్ షాబీ చెస్ట్ టు father's room. Mrs. Slater goes out to close the front door. Henry takes off his coat. Mrs. Slater reappears. Then she again comes. I will run up and move the chairs out of the way. I will adjust the chairs which were against our way. Victoria appears dressed according to her mother's instructions. What was her mother's instruction? She has to wear a black dress, that is morning dress. Victoria, what have you got your coat off for? Father, why did you take off your coat? Endu coat తీసేసావు? Mother and I are going to bring grandfather's bureau down here. We are bringing down the bureau from the room of grandfather to our room. Here, a grammar point, mother and I. It is the rule that third person first and the first person pronoun should be written in the order. Mother and I are going to bring down grandfather's bureau here. Then Victoria says, are you planning to pinch it? Here, the word says Victoria. She is an intelligent girl. She had a doubt. Are you planning to pinch it? In examination, they will give, are you planning to pinch it? Who said these words? Victoria said these words. To whom Victoria did say these words to Henry. Then Henry replied, "No, my child, Grandpa gave it to your mother before he died." Here it means Birwa. No, my child, Victoria, grandfather gave this birwa to your mother before he died. Then Victoria says, in this morning she promised it, as said Henry. Ha! In the morning he was drunk. He did not say that. I do not believe those words Victoria said. Amelia, I thought I would fetch this down as well. Our clock is worth nothing, and this always appealed to me. In her hand there was a clock. Here, this is a beautiful clock. This clock was brought by Amelia, and she wanted to change her clock instead of father's clock. That's grandpa's clock. Why do you bring that, Victoria? An intelligent girl asked her mother. Be quiet. Now it is ours. Normally, ఇప్పుడు ఇది మనది. Come, Henry, lift your and we can move this birwa to father's room. Henry and Slater, very hot and flushed, staggered in with a pretty old-fashioned birwa containing a locked desk. They put it where the chest of drawers was and straightened the ornaments, etc. There is a knock at the door. The knocking is repeated. Now, Henry and Amelia brought down the birwa to their room, and the old chest was moved to father's room. At that time, there was the sound. The sound was knocking at the door. The knocking of the door is again and again. That is repeated. The sound is coming again and again. Victoria ushers. Ushers means welcome. Welcomes in. Ben and Mrs. Jordan. Here, Ben Jordan and Mrs. Jordan means Elizabeth. Now, Victoria welcomes Elizabeth and Ben. The latter means the second person. The latter is a stout, complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. Here, this is the description of Elizabeth. Mrs. Jordan is the second word. So, the second word, Elizabeth, is a stout, fat person and a complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. మొహం మీద జుట్టు పడుతుంటే దాన్ని ఎప్పుడు అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది. షీ ఈజ్ వేరింగ్ an outfit of a new morning dress. That means a black dress. Ben is also completely new morning, means he is also wearing black dress. He is rather a jolly little man, but at present trying to adapt. Adapt means change. ADAPT. Adapt means change. There is another word, ADOPT. Adapt means dattata తీసుకోవటం. Here the word change. To change himself to the regrettable occasion. He was a laughing person, but here the situation is bad one and a death situation. That's why he changed his face and he adapted a sorrowful face. Mr. Jordan sails, moves into the room and sadly goes straight to Amelia and kisses her. The men shake hands. Amelia and Elizabeth kissed each other, and also Henry and Ben Jordan shook their hands. Then Elizabeth, Mrs. Jordan means Elizabeth. Elizabeth is saying, "Well, Amelia, and he has gone at last." చిట్టు చివరికి ఎలా అయితే పోయాడు కదా. Then Amelia, yes, he has gone. He was 72 a fortnight last Sunday. గత పక్షంలో నాటికి 72 వచ్చాయి. She sniffs back a tear. Sniffs చీదటం, ముక్కుతో చీదటాన్ని స్నిఫింగ్ అంటారు. రసం వేసుకునే వాళ్ళు కూడా స్నిఫింగ్ అంటారు. She sniffs back a tear. Then Ben Jordan, the husband of Elizabeth, says, "Now, Amelia, you must not give away." అలా ఏడవకూడదు. We have all got to die sometime or other. మనం కూడా ఏదో ఒక రోజు పోయేవాళ్ళమే, ఎందుకు అలా బాధపడతావు అని చెప్పడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాడు బెన్ జోర్డాన్. Then Elizabeth, and now perhaps you will tell us all about it. నువ్వు పెద్ద మొగాడి చెప్పడానికి వచ్చావు. Here, Ben Jordan is also a henpecked husband. He fears about his wife. Next, Amelia. Father had been merry this morning. In the morning, father was very active. He went out soon after breakfast to pay his insurance. In the morning, father took breakfast and went out to pay his insurance premium. My word. Then Ben Jordan is telling that, my word, I told అంకుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ గుడ్ థింగ్ హీ నేను చెప్పాను, ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఎప్పుడు కట్టుకుంటూ ఉండాలి అని చెప్పాను. ఆ మాట విని కట్టుంటాడు అన్నాడు. నెక్స్ట్ ఎలిజబెత్, హీ ఆల్వేస్ వాజ్ థాట్ఫుల్ ఇన్ దట్ వే. నాన్నగారు ఎప్పుడు అలా బాగా ఆలోచించేవాడే. హీ వాజ్ టూ ఆనరబుల్ టు హ్యావ్ గాన్ వితౌట్ పేయింగ్ హిజ్ ప్రీమియం. మనం ఆయన చెల్లించకుండా పోతే మనం బాధపడాలి, కానీ చెల్లించపోయాడు కదా, చస్తూ కూడా సాగుపోయే ముందు కూడా మనకి ఇబ్బంది కలిగించకుండా ప్రీమియం కట్టాడు అని. హియర్ హీ వాజ్ టూ ఆనరబుల్ టు హ్యావ్ గాన్ వితౌట్ పేయింగ్ హిజ్ ప్రీమియం. ఇట్ ఈస్ గ్రామర్ పాయింట్ 2. He was so honorable that he cannot have gone without paying his premium. Here we have to remove not. And when I came in, I found him undressed sure enough and snug in bed. In the morning, I went to bazaar and came to the room of uncle. I saw he was in the bed. I found him undressed. And when we had finished dinner, I thought I would take up a bit of something on a tray. After meals, Amelia went to give some snacks to her father in a tray. He was lying there for all the world as if he was asleep. He was in the bed. He was lying as a dead person. So I put the tray down on the bureau, on the chest of drawers, and went to waken him. Here you have to use wake him. He was quite cold. Here the word is waken is wrong word because she was in surprising and in confusing manner. That's why Amelia is using such words. A pause. They wipe their eyes and sniff back tears. కళ్ళు తుడుచుకొని మళ్ళీ నటిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. Mrs. Slater Amelia, rising briskly at length in a business-like tone, well, will you go up and look at him now, or shall we have tea? ఇప్పుడు పని ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలి కదా, మనం ఏం చేద్దాం, మనం పోయి నాన్నగారిని చూద్దామా? విల్ యూ గో అప్ అండ్ లుక్ అట్ హిమ్ నౌ ఆర్ షల్ వీ హ్యావ్ టీ? టీ రెడీగా ఉంది, టీ తాగుదామా లేక నాన్న చూసొచ్చి టీ తాగుదామా అని ప్రశ్నిస్తున్నారు. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ డూ యూ సే బెన్? ఎలిజబెత్ సెడ్. Then Ben said, I am not particular. Here this word says that Ben is also a henpecked husband. Then Elizabeth said, well, then if the kettle is ready, kettle means tea making pot. A vessel which is used for in making a tea is called kettle. We may as well we have tea first. So if the tea is ready, we have to drink a tea first. Afterwards we can see father. Mrs. Latter puts the kettle on the fire and gets the tea ready. Then Henry. One thing we may as well decide now, it is the announcement in the newspaper. It is our duty to give an arbitrary in the newspaper. నిర్యాణము అని తెలియజెప్పాల్సిన బాధ్యత కూడా ఉంది. I was thinking of that. Elizabeth says, what would you put? What type of photo we have to put in the arbitrary news? Well, we will think about it after drinking tea. Then we will look through his bits of things, valuable things, and make a list of them. ఫాదర్ యొక్క వస్తువులు ఏంటో అన్నీ ఒక పేపర్ మీద రాసుకుందాము అన్నది. దెన్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఆల్ ద ఫర్నిచర్ ఇన్ హీజ్ రూమ్. ఆ రూమ్లో చాలా ఫర్నిచర్ అవన్నీ ఉండాలి. అవన్నీ లిస్ట్ రాసి పంచుకోవడానికి చూద్దామని. Then Henry says, there is no jewelry or valuable things of that sort. పెద్దగా వాల్యుబుల్స్ ఏమీ లేవు, పాతవి కుర్చీలు అవి ఉన్నట్టుగా అని చెప్పి ముగించాడు. దెన్ ఎలిజబెత్ సెడ్, ఎక్సెప్ట్ హీస్ గోల్డ్ వాచ్. దెర్ ఈజ్ ఏ గోల్డ్ వాచ్ టు మై ఫాదర్స్ హ్యాండ్. హీ ప్రామిస్డ్ దట్ వాచ్ టు అవర్ జిమ్మీ. హియర్ జిమ్మీ ఈజ్ ద సన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిజబెత్. Then Amelia started, promised your Jimmy? I never heard of that. Father promised the gold watch to your son. He did not tell about that to me. Then Elizabeth says, oh, if you do not believe or he promised, Amelia, when he was living with us, he was very fond of, very interested of Jimmy. So he promised Jimmy to take the gold watch. Then Amelia, well, so I do not know that. Anyhow, there is his insurance money. Have you got the receipt for the premium he paid this morning? In your words, you have said that father went to insurance office and paid the premium. Do you have the receipt? Then Amelia said, I have not seen it. Victoria jumps up from the sofa and comes behind the table. Then Victoria, mother, I don't think grandpa went to pay his insurance this morning. Then intelligent Victoria says that grandfather did not go to insurance office to pay insurance premium. Then Amelia says, he went out in the morning after taking the breakfast, he went out. Yes, but he did not go to the town. He met his old friend, Mr. Tattersall. Mr. Tattersall is the friend of Abel Merriweather down the street, and they went off past St. Philip's Church. Tattersall and grandfather went to the church. They did not go to insurance office. So I can guess that grandpa did not pay the insurance premium. Then Ben says these words, do you think he has not paid it? Was it overdue? కట్టలేదా, అది ఇంకా పెండింగ్ ఉందా? ఓవర్ మీన్స్ పెండింగ్. I should think it was overdue. I think it was pending. Then Elizabeth says, something tells me he has not paid it. నా మనసు కూడా చెప్తుంది, father did not pay the insurance premium. Then Ben was angry and told the drunken old beggar. Here he comments on his uncle that he was ద డ్రంకన్ ఓల్డ్ బెగ్గర్, తాగుబోతుకుండా కొడుకు కట్టలేదు అని ఎగతాళిగా మాట్లాడాడు. దెన్ Mrs. Jordan means Amelia. He has done it on purpose just to annoy us. He has done it. What he has done, he did not pay the insurance pay intentionally. Purposely means intentionally, just to confuse us or just to trouble us. Amelia, after all I have done for him for so many services, having to put up with him in this house these 3 years, 3 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి నాన్నకు అన్నీ నేను చూస్తున్నాను, నాకు మోసం చేస్తాడా? ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ షార్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్విండిలింగ్. హీ ఈస్ డిసీవ్డ్ మీ. I had to put up with him for 5 years. You have put up father for 3 years, you are saying, but I had to put up with him for 5 years, Mrs. Slater. And you are trying to turn him over to us all the time. మా ఉంచుకున్నాను, ఎప్పుడు తీసుకో నల్లా అని అమీలియా అన్నది హెన్రీ. But we don't know for certain, but he is not paid the premium amount. That is the conclusion. Then Amelia says, Victoria, run upstairs and fetch that bunch of keys that is on your grandpa's dressing table. Grandpa dressing table దగ్గర తాళాలు ఉన్నాయని చూసి రమ్మన్నాడు. Victoria timidly says, in grandpa's room? I do not go to grandpa's room. Then Amelia, yes, you have to go. Victoria says, no, I do not like to go to grandpa's room. Don't talk so silly. There is no one who can hurt you. నిన్నెవడు ఇబ్బంది పెట్టేవాడు ఎవడు లేడు, పోయిరాపో. Then Victoria goes out reluctantly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. Without interest. We will see if he is locked the receipt up in the బీరువా. ఎక్కడో చోట పెట్టి ఉంటాడు కట్టుంటే అని చెప్తూ ఉంది. Now the glossary. Ben. Glossary. Ben. In where? In this is this thing. He rises and examines the బీరువా writing table. Where did you pick up that, Amelia? ఇది కొత్తగా ఉంది, ఈ రైటింగ్ టేబుల్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చారు? ఇట్ ఈస్ న్యూ వన్ సిన్స్ లాస్ట్ ఐ వాజ్ హియర్. నేను పోయినసారి వచ్చినప్పుడు లేదే, ఇక్కడ ఎలా వచ్చింది ఇది అని అన్నారు. దే ఎగ్జామిన్డ్ ద రైటింగ్ టేబుల్ క్లోజ్లీ. ఓ, హెన్రీ picked it up one day. Henry bought it one day. Victoria returns, very scared. Scared means frightened. Victoria come from the room. She was very frightened. She closes the door after her. తను వస్తూ తలుపులు మూసేసి కిందికి దిగుతుంది. మదర్. She was in surprise mood. What is it, child? Amelia asked Victoria. Grandpa is getting up. తాత లేచాడు అని చెప్పింది. Ben, what? Amelia, what do you say? ఏం చెప్తున్నావు విక్టోరియా? గ్రాండ్ పా లేయటం ఏంటి? The child is crazy. Elizabeth said that Victoria is in mad condition. Don't talk so silly. Don't you know your grandpa is dead? తిక్క మాటలు మాడవదు, తాత చనిపోయాడు కదా అని అమీలియా అన్నది. నో, he is getting up. I saw him. He was getting up from the bed. They are transfixed with amazed. స్టన్ అయిపోయారు, బొమ్మలాగా అయిపోయారు. విక్టోరియా clings to Mrs. Slater, moves to her mother Amelia. Hist! Listen, there was a sound. thing sound coming from the upstairs. They look at the door. A slight chuckling is heard from upstairs. The door opens, revealing an old man clad in a faded but gay dressing gown, night dress. Gay dressing gown means night dress. His face was faded means pale. He is in his stockinged feet. His feet were shaking. Foot feet. Although over 70, he is vigorous and well colored. He was 70 years, but he was very strong and in white colored. He is bright, malicious. Malicious means cunning. Malicious and cunning eyes twinkling under his heavy reddish gray eyebrows. He is obviously either the old man Abil Merriweather or else he is a ghost. That was the surprising. The remaining story will be continued in the B reading. We can move to glossary. Get her own way. That means it is idiom. Persuade other people to allow you to do what you want. మనకు కావాల్సిన దానికి ఇతరులను మూవ్ చేయటాన్ని గెట్ హర్ ఓన్ వే అంటారు. డై do you used in awkward situations. Precocious means intelligent, gifted, and talented. Bureau, a writing desk with drawers. Drive a hard bargain. It is also idiom. Work hard to negotiate agreements in one's own favor. మనకు కావాల్సిన రేటుకు వంకాయలు 5 రూపాయలకి ఇస్తావా లేదా అడుగుతాను చూడండి. దట్ ఈస్ ఏ డ్రైవింగ్ ఏ హార్డ్ బార్గెయిన్. డాఫ్ట్ మీన్స్ స్టూపిడ్, silly or dull. Pinch means steal. Mantelpiece, a shelf protecting from the wall over the fireplace. User means welcome. Complacent means self-satisfied and unconcerned to others. Chirpily means cheerfully and actively. Snug means warm and comfortable. Overdue means pending, not paid by the exact time. Swindling means cheating somebody for property or money is called swindling. Transfixed means became motionless in fear. Chuckling means laughing quietly out of mild amusement or satisfaction. Clad means wearing a particular type of clothing, that is a nightgown. Malicious means harmful, dangerous, and cunning. Next, we will meet in the next class, that is about be reading the dear departed. Thank you for listening.